The Man and the Guru. There was a man. He was brilliant and almost a genius, but not quite. Everything fell on his lap and he never had to struggle. He was lucky, and like most people who are blessed with luck, he took things for granted and never truly put more energy to struggle. Although, the effort he put in what he did was always enough to get him success. Until, it wasn't. You see, this young man was an aspiring lawyer. Being a brilliant student, he was always predicted to succeed. Cocky and indifferent, this young man took the final exams that would see him become a lawyer. He excitedly opened his laptop to check his result. The result page read, "Unfortunately you." He didn't see the remaining text on his laptop screen, but he knew it. He had failed. His heart tightened in his chest and his eyes filled up with tears. "I studied," he muttered to himself. "I studied well," he repeated before he fell onto his bed in tears. He screamed and wailed as he bit into his pillow. Days passed. The young man couldn't recover from his failure. His parents tried to cheer him up, but nothing they did work. "I am a failure," the boys would always mutter. "I am a failure." His parents were hurt. They were lost and didn't know what to do. A few months passed and the boy fell into a deeper depression. He never seemed to do everything right again. He made more mistakes than he had ever made since the beginning of his life. Soon, the young man fell into the wrong crowd and found a way to push the pain away. He took comfort in the temporary relief of hard drugs. "This is what I deserve," he thought. "I am a failure after all." The boy's parents were distraught at this point. Their family was being torn apart. They had to do something. They couldn't just let their boy waste away. "We have to check him in a rehabilitation center," his father said. "It is the only way." His mother, her eyes red but with no tears, only nodded solemnly. What the parents didn't know was the young man had overheard their discussion. "I don't deserve help," he said. "Failures don't deserve anything." He snuck out in the night and vowed never to return. The boy found a bench to pass the night. The cold bit into him, but he could keep most of it away with the thick wool blanket he had taken from his house when he ran away. The morning sun woke him as it beamed into his eyes. He woke, his eyes swollen from a fitful sleep. Not that he slept well all these days. "Coffee?" a voice asked. He looked up and saw an old man. The old man had a chin thick with flowing white beard, and he was smiling at the young man, handing a cup towards him. "No thanks," the young man responded. "Why?" the old man asked. "Because I am a failure and failures don't deserve good things." The smile left the old man's face. "I see," he said solemnly. "May I?" the old man asked, pointing to the bench. "No problem," the young man replied as he gathered his blanket for the old man to sit. The old man took a sip of the coffee as loudly as he could. "Please tell me, young man. Why do you call yourself a failure?" The young man looked at the old man, tightening his face. "Please indulge an old man. I don't have many young people to talk to these days." The old man pleaded. The young man told the old man everything. The old man listened attentively, stroking his glorious white beards. After the young man was done, tears flowed from his face. "Can you now see that I deserve nothing?" the young man said, his voice shaking. "Yes," the old man replied sharply. The boy was stunned. He thought the old man would, like the others, tell him not to think about it and move on. "You are a failure, but not because you failed. You are a failure because you have accepted to fail," the old man continued. "You see, young man, this life is both sweet and bitter. Sometimes, you get the sweet part. At other times, you get the bitter part. When life is sweet, appreciate what you have. When it becomes bitter, accept and appreciate what you have. Then be patient for when it will become sweet again." The old man paused to make sure the boy was paying attention. The boy was. "Sometimes, we will fail. We can be the cause of our failure, or it could just be something that happens without our control," the old man explained. "Failure is one of the man's circumstances of life. You choose to accept your failure and do nothing to change your circumstance. You can also choose to accept your failure as part of life and living and do everything to become better. To live is to fail. It is up to us to decide if we want to accept our circumstances or fight to change them." The boy listened to the old man attentively. He wasn't a failure, but he wasn't a fighter. He would change that. "Can I have the coffee?" the boy asked. The old man gave it to him. They said their goodbyes and the young man returned home. He met his parents worried. He apologized and accepted his failure. He also told his parents that there is now no need for him to go to the rehabilitation center. He has understood how to handle failure. And he has decided to create new circumstances for himself. He had decided to succeed. Few months later, he studied hard, retook the exams, and he passed exceptionally well. Share with your loved ones. Enjoy our other stories.